So this is just a video for the start of round 3 of chemo and for updates for family and educational purposes for myself, I guess, to look back on. So quickly finished round 2. Had to wait for my platelets to get back up, and there's a lot of outside noise, sorry. So I had a very long day because I wanted it to be. I wanted to take the day off of work to start the third round of chemo, but it also included blood work and a follow-up MRI since radiation. So I scheduled them kind of back to back to back, and a lot of it was just waiting for results of everything to go on to the next one, and then wait for the oncologist to come in with the results. So I didn't know if I was going to actually start that day, which was Wednesday. And I was still trying to figure out what it was that had given me anxiety, even though the oncologist told me that there was nothing that I was taking that causes anxiety. And one of the nurses told me what it was on my last 2 infusions. They're the same drug, and one of them was causing me to get drowsy, and it makes me grouchy. So I wanted to take that one away and see what would happen. And so for the third round, it would have been for 2 of them. And this nurse told me it was the drug Zofran, which is anti-nausea and can make you drowsy. So I trusted her, and I told the oncologist that I wanted it removed, that they could give me an alternative, but nothing to make me groggy. And it worked for the last infusion. So one of them, I dealt with it, and it came back, and so I knew it was definitely on that infusion. So if you know your body, you know your mind, fight for yourself. After I experimented with it on the 3rd infusion of the series, I took it away, basically, and knew Zofran is the wrong thing. Well, it turns out it is not Zofran, and I spent an hour going through the notes because one of the nurses mentioned on the very first round, which I don't have any problems on the first round, even though it's the longest one. It takes, the first infusion with that drug, it takes around 3 to 4 hours to go through. It's like a gallon drip. So that nurse mentioned Zofran, that she was going to push. That's what they call it when they're putting it through your vein or your port. There's my port right there. Can you see the bump? Maybe not. It's a bad angle. This little part here. And it's in my neck, so there's like a little bumpy. Anyways, okay. So she was going to push Zofran, this new nurse, and I don't get the same nurse every time. And I said, no, thank you. I don't want the Zofran. I didn't realize that this one had it. So my mistake, or the nurse's mistake, which is okay, not the current one, but the one from round 2, infusion 3, she gave me the wrong name. So after like an hour of research of going through all the drugs, I discovered it was not Zofran. However, because of that mistake, on round 3, first infusion, first day, I did not even make it out of the hospital without at least throwing up 6 times. I was throwing up every 20 minutes from 4:30 to 11 p.m. And I was fine the next day, but very sore 2 days later. So I still can't even laugh or like take a deep breath. And it's not funny. It was annoying, but it's funny now because it's just throw up, but it can be very painful when there's nothing to throw up. And yeah. So anyways, the drug that it was not Zofran. It's a comparable one that they give for the same side effects as nausea, but this one is called Compazine. And it took me forever to figure that out, but it's figured out. Apparently, round four is going to be the winner because then I'm going to have everything evened out. So, even though I really have nothing to complain about, I have not lost any hair. It's growing back very uneven, but I trimmed it just now because it was driving me nuts. And my scans for the MRI came back that same day too, and they were very good. There's some white light is what they're looking for in the scan. So there is like some residual, and they think it is residual from radiation, so they're not concerned about it. But I won't have another MRI until another 2 rounds. So I have to do 3 and 4, and then on the fifth one, they do another MRI. So they're going to monitor it, but they're not concerned, and which is great, except that's what was told to me the last time. So I have to be very vigilant. And I have a giant hole in my head, which is in my brain, I should say. So I didn't imagine it to be like that. And I imagined it to be, I don't know, like kind of squished in there, even though it was 7 centimeters. That's pretty big. But when I saw the scans, like I'm missing like a quarter of my brain, I was like, whoa, it's trippy. And like, how is my face not lopsided? Maybe it is. I don't know. I can't see it, but don't tell me if it is. Um, other than my hair growth, but that was very interesting to see. So I wish I don't have like an editing program to put it in, but maybe I'll upload it to social media. Okay, that was it. No Compazine for me. And we'll find out. Okay, over and out.